Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the People's Proletarian Petroleum. Prefecture 167. Cheers! With emphasis on the petroleum. Again. By the way, are you thinking of ending this anytime soon? Well, it will end when it ends, and that day, sometime it will end, but that time is not tonight. All of this stuff is working. It's actually working quite well. It's in the sense that it does what it's supposed. Hello, airplane. In the sense that it does what it's supposed to. It pumps oil around, refines it. It pumps the finished products into these, and what's left over of unrefined products onto the boat, and also into this one, and also over to here somewhere. Yes, there. Oil for making plastics and for making chemicals. And it pumps bitumen into here for heating and so on. It does a lot of things, but it's goddamn messy, is what it is. And we have had this since all time planned in. This is oil refinery number 2. There is still an enormous untapped potential of oil. We've like covered half of it, maybe a little bit more than half of it, but not a whole lot more than half of the oil potential that we have. Oh. First on the agenda here. First on the agenda is to basically tear all of this crap down, all these pipes going all over the place and all whatever they're doing, because it is so goddamn confusing and messy. And then I'll redo it. That's the aim for tonight, is to tear this down and redo it. Right. Now, this pump, I figure we can leave in place. What that does is it takes the raw petroleum, splits it off to the plastics factory. You see, this is already confusing because here's a pipe that goes sort of. We can start by removing that. I know what that pipe's actually doing. This one. This pipe takes bitumen to the heating plant, but since they have a storage facility, they'll be fine for a while. And yes, then we have this that takes the overflow into there. We can leave that too. But from there on, I think we'll remove like all of it basically. This one. Yes. Let's see if we can figure out what this does. That took stuff to the oil refinery. You see this old tank? And there's an oil loader here which doesn't seem to do anything. No, we demolish it. And this old tank we demolish too, because that's not doing anything helpful neither. Right. Now we have some pipe overground that we can remove too. This might cause a little bit of interference in the oil production and so on. But it's exciting to see what happens too. Yes, and I have finished petroleum products, as in fuel and bitumen coming out. I would believe, what's this tank? It's empty. Now we demolish it. We will tear it all down. What is this thing that you're embarking upon here? I'm not sure that this is a sane course of action, but whatever. There's a forewarning pump. We remove that too. That's a good thing that we're doing this in winter too, so it's very easy to make out what is infrastructure and what is just snow and what is road. That, for example, is a road, I think, that ends. Yes, it does. I don't worry. We'll sort the roads out later. Yes, and now you took that into there for some reason. And we remove all of this and hook it up. We'll hook it back up later on. Okay. I was even hooked up to the second oil refinery. And I'm not sure if the second oil refinery will actually get built or not. This will leave in place. That's the internal as well. We should have left this in place because that's internal fuel bitumen stuff for usage of bitumen. If anyone wants it. Yeah, but do you want to leave it like this? Nah, we'll leave the tank. That's what we'll do. We'll leave the tank, but we remove most other things related to it. I don't want to remove the fuel supply. What is all this? Now we tear this down too. I think it's better to get a straight look on everything from a clean slate rather than trying to retrofit anything more onto this. Then we have this pipeline that goes down to the harbor. We'll remove it there, and from there I don't think that we have to touch it because it does sort of what it's supposed to, more or less. It splits it up into fuel, bitumen and raw petroleum for the harbor. Okay, now go overground. Tear down a whole lot of pipe pumping stations here. These are free, but we're not poor nowadays, and we're also completely self-sufficient except for gravel. And gravel is pretty damn cheap, so it's okay. Could even take the bulldozer to this. Might risk destroying a bit more infrastructure than is intended by doing that, but whatever. Now, we don't want to remove the nice roads, but we want to remove all of these crappy roads. That was the fuel storage, right? Yes, we're keeping. That's the bitumen storage, we're keeping that too. That's the output pumping station for the raw petroleum. Here are also lots of roads going over the place that the use of which is or the need for them is questionable at the very most generous terms of putting it. Now I've already done this one time before, try to hook this all up in a good fashion and way as possible. What makes you think that you'll do a better job this time? About that, I don't know. The thing is that so much things have changed. We used to have an oil heating thing over here. We don't anymore. So, okay, is that most of the stuff gone? You're doing fine, you're loading up on oil. Why this small distribution office? You should actually load. Yeah, you should not load from there, you should load from here instead. It'll be much quicker. And whilst we're at that, I'll take a look underneath here. This might be working sort of the wrong end of things, but this could serve as both a bitumen and fuel loading station if we were to just put a little adding pump in between here. It will leave us without fuel and bitumen for a while. That's okay. Perhaps underground pumping station of the adding variety. Okay, that's very large. That's not going to fit in here, No. I can put it out here. Does it matter? Yeah, it does, because we can't build it due to infrastructure. Oh, god damn it. We're already stuck up in this. Plane is going by. Here it will fit, but will it make sense? It could. I will just mirror it so that we get the road connection on the correct side. There. And please, if you wouldn't mind, start building whatever I've done as soon as we can. Okay, fuel comes out of here, goes into their building in the way. Fuel also comes out of there and goes to there. We could... Okay, this is a bit contrived then, but... what isn't? Really? Remove that too, and then we take an underground pipe out of there and dig it down a bit and go into there. Yes. Now we take the bitumen and go into there. Yes. Now we take the output of this and hook it up onto there. I see that should be swell. Yeah, no, it should. Start building on the pipes. And you will be building on that. Okay, that should allow us to get fuel and bitumen out. We're already getting bitumen out because we've not changed. Right then. How's this looking now? I now have some empty space here. Okay. The finished products comes out of here. It needs to go in there and it needs to go in there. Right. From this. So we need another splitter. Another splitter. Yeah. A three-way one. This takes care of what exactly this takes care of. Yeah, this takes care of the storage here, which we're pumping stuff into right now, since there is nowhere else for it to go. And it also takes care of the plastics and chemicals. Good. So we need a splitter now to do the oil refineries and the oil refineries and eventually also down to the harbor. Put that here maybe. Yeah, why not? I'm not saying that this will be less messy than what it was, but it will be something. And there was an airplane. There you go. Okay, we take pipe. Trying to keep this underground to most, because this will allow us to prioritize, so that first priority for the oil that comes here is to go to the primary oil refinery, and then to the second oil refinery, and then tertiary oil refinery, what you call it, down to the harbor. Tertiary oil refinery, no. We don't have a tertiary oil refinery. You know, I think that we should maybe commit to those. And we start building them too. There you go. Now we can remove this footpath. That is for getting workers into the prefab panels factory, but we can sort of be without prefab panels for the time being, I think. The game seems to be struggling quite a bit. Yes. Still, the global supply chain is a major letdown these days. Yeah, this footpath, I think that will put that back later. There you go. Right. Okay, so we now need to combine the outputs of these here oil refineries into one pipe. What's this pipe doing? Is that connected? No, it's just a stray pipe laying in the middle here. There we go, you're gone. There are more stray pipes laying about the place. Okay. Ah, cheers, more beer. Alcohol and laying in complex infrastructure is good combination. Right, this... we need to fix the inputs then, next maybe? We need to, don't strictly need to, but... we could... we have fixed the inputs for the oil refineries. Very good. This one is going down to the harbor eventually, and for that is that input right there, right? So, we need a concatenating pump. Underground pumping station, since you can actually multiplex these liquids for some reason. It's very handy, that's why I'm not questioning it. Oops. Want to keep it like that. But you see, we also need to bring eventually, when all the things have been sorted out here, yes, when all the things have been sorted out, preferably we'd have like one pipe of oil, one pipe of bitumen, and one pipe of fuel going into that one. And I think that we can do it, the oil one. That's that one. Okay. You have outputs going this way. Yes. So what if we were to put one of these here? We also need to go back the other way to feed into the bitumen and fuel storages. You know what? I think that we'll concatenate. First, we'll concatenate the outputs of output of this oil refinery. Lovely. So we have that, and then we have for the other one the same thing. Road facing that way, please. Thank you. There we go. We keep it underground. We keep all the pipes hidden away here. There we go. That was not the correct thing. We actually want an expanding pump, even though it is concatenating both the fuel and the bitumen out of the stuff. We still want an expanding pump due to how things work. Yeah, and we're not keeping to quite 20 minutes tonight, since we need to sort of finish this. That. And another one. Oh, underground pumping station, expanding type. There you go, and the pipe goes into there. And the pipe there. You might as well start building on these too. Everything that you can access so far. Okay, so we have fuel and bitumen, fuel and bitumen. Now we need to take this in two directions. We need to take it into there, and we need to take it down to there, and that should satisfy most demands. The thing is just that we first yeah, what we'll do is we'll have an actual concatenating pump here. There. Pipe. And pipe into... I've already forgotten how this is laying out. This pump is to bring fuel and bitumen to these, to that one. So we bring it into... Yes, now we have concatenated them. Now we need to expand them again. Do we really need to do that, come to think of it? I think that we have plenty of connections available that we don't have to. Maybe. If you look at this, rather an expansion pump. An expansion pump. Why? I'm starting to lose the train of thought here now. That's very dangerous in a situation like this. That isn't helping. We'll keep to this view. And we turn on this. Okay. Oil and bitumen, fuel and bitumen out, fuel and bitumen out. Fuel and bitumen needs to go into that tank. So yes, a concatenating pump. Yes. This way around. There we go. That one. That goes into... Does it really go into that tank though? No, it doesn't. Wait, I already messed this up now. No, but it needs to go into two tanks. Again, that's why you don't need this. Or you do. You can have... Yeah, we'll have that, and then we'll have a splitter just after it here. If it will be permissible. We shall see. No, that's too short of a distance. You can't build your infrastructure, and there's just two. That's very tight. Okay, fine, we'll move you back a bit. And you could as well remove those. And then yet again, a concatenating pump. What are you? I'm starting to lose it now. This needs to be an expanding pump. Yes, because we need to pump the fuel and the bitumen into various places. Like that. Okay. There you go. And there you go. And you go on to there, and fuel, building in the way. What if we dig you down further? Building in the way. We dig you down even deeper. Building in the way. Some other infrastructure is in the way. Are you going to be this? You don't have to be too sharp a turn. Ah. There you go. There you go. That's the fuel sorted, and just getting the bitumen down there. Ta-da! Construction officer sign tool. Do as much as you can of this. Right. And have a look-see over grounds, maybe. Yeah, product comes out, it gets pumped down there. Great. And then we take the product into this one, right? Yes, we have the raw petroleum. That's all great. We do this, we take that onto there. Don't do a silly turn here. There you go. We could probably use this output just as well, but since we're sort of committed to doing it this way, that's what we're doing. Okay. And even more building. Did I think this correctly now, or is it completely wrong? Now we need one more thing, and that's that actual hookup for the harbor. What do you think? Cheers to this. Now, any order for this? If you could go over ground again, see that there is a bit of infrastructure lacking here quite severely, significantly. I could do like a fancy lit street, or we could have the footpath as we had it before. Wait with the footpath. Yeah, make sure you have all the roads in first. I will go with gravel roads. There you go. What are all these helicopters about? I'm not sure. This we can also remove. Helicopters are getting involved. Okay. Sure. Look. Does it make sense? Pump. Petroleum goes off in that direction to the plastics factory and chemistry things, and then goes on to this one, which splits it off into the oil refinery number 2 and oil refinery number 1, and also into the pump that goes further down to the harbor, right? And then the finished product comes out of here. They go either the way to the harbor, or the storage is down by the harbor, actually being handled by trains nowadays, but they also go this way to our internal storages for fuel and for bitumen. Okay. Is that it? No, that's not it, because then we also have something that I removed, I think, and that would be for the bitumen heating plant. We had a pipeline previously, and that should probably be reinstated. That will have to be out of here. Where did that's this one. I'm reasonably certain. Yes, it is. That one. See if we can try and dig this underneath all of this. And into there. Yes. Okay, was that it? Really? Yes, because here it's all still being pumped. Imagine quite a bit of oil is ending up in here. For the time being, since we're not getting anything here, you're missing oil. That's okay. You need to reinstate a few footpaths for this to work, because I'd imagine that these buses here, petroleum workers, you go here and then you end up in a little bit of a loop, and maybe you find some work at some point. Oh, it's a little bit of a traffic jam has formed here. I wonder if they'll muddle through, or if we're sort of screwed on it. We can't quite hook this footpath up, unfortunately. How did this work previously? Might have worked like so. I walked on the road a bit and then ended up at the prefab factory. They might figure this out for themselves eventually. And we also need a footpath to the oil refinery there, and to the oil refinery over here. Could actually make that a bit nicer. They could have a direct path. We should also do some other infrastructures. No, you're not going to do that, you see. Okay. That is what I wanted. Because a lot of people are walking over to this one now, and then they need to be able to find their way over to here. Okay. Not strictly necessary, but we'll go for it. Okay. This looks like a bit of a traffic jam. I wonder if they'll... I don't think that they'll fix this. We might have to send some vehicles home. Yeah, but that's that. That's designing it. Next time, actually getting them to build it. Thank you so very much for watching. People's Proletarian, Petroleum, Prefecture, 160, whatever. Good night.